Good morning, YouTube. Today we have for you a Gadget deck profile. This is a deck that just got a bunch of new support from the new Fists of the Gadget set, but it's been around for a very long time, and it's a very, very strong, dedicated following. This is definitely not the primitive build that I think you could find. The ideal, optimal build is probably out there somewhere else. This right here is just simply a build that if you want to try a bunch of different methods out at once and still have some fun, and get some different ideas, this is the deck that I've designed to hopefully help you with that. I've had a lot of fun testing it, and let's hop right into it. Beginning with our monsters, we run the new Boot Up Admiral Destroyer Dynamo. This guy is really fun. He's searchable in the deck. He's a level 8, which is kind of fun and synergizes. He gets a free pop of a monster once per turn. He can special summon himself, and he's got pretty decent stats of 2,500 attack, 2,500 defense. Really, you could argue just running 1 because he's searchable, but I like him at 2 because we have a lot of fun things we can do in addition to just his popping effect. Adding specifically, we have a playset of Gearspring Spirit. This is a card I've been playing. I used to play it way back in the day in Ancient Gears when I was going for more of a rank 8 Exceeds build. This guy is fun because you can special summon it as long as you only control machines in your graveyard. That's the only condition. And once per turn, you can target a monster in the field, and that monster's attack becomes 0. So not only is he a free special summon that you can use to kind of Exceeds or go for an extra link play, but it gives you an ability to make your monsters manageable, your opponent's monsters manageable. And he already himself has 100 attacks, so really you can get over about what you're trying to go for. So it's an all-around great card. I like it as a playset. Not something that you will have to play, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. This is a card that I can probably suggest you don't play, but I've always wanted to play it. This is Ancient Gear Hydra. When he's one of those monsters that gains effects if you tribute an Ancient Gear or a Gadget monster. But my opinion, he's one of the best with the effects. If you tribute an Ancient Gear monster, you can destroy any monster that's not destroyed by battle with him. And if you tribute a Gadget monster, then it can attack all of your opponent's monsters at least once. So you're going to be able to get over just about anything you want to with this guy. You can clearly replace this with whatever, but I've really liked it in testing. We run the 1 Machina Fortress. Not searchable, but is recurable from grave. Fantastic card, gets free pops, gets some special summons, another additional monster just to get some special summons out there. Can be a little bit cloggy, obviously, since I have so many higher level monsters, but I've enjoyed him at 1, and he's recurable, so he's fantastic. Moving along, we have a playset of the new Boot Up Corporal Command Dynamo. He's special summoned from the hand. The nice thing is he's also a machine duplication target, which is pretty darn cool. Gives you some extra stuff, especially with new spell support. You can get some nice effects just going off and get some extra special summons. I like him as a playset, and no less. Moving on, of course, we want the 3 gold gadget and the 3 silver gadget. These cards are fantastic ever since they came out in the movie packs. They just give you some extra bonuses when they're destroyed, when they're summoned. All around, fantastic cards, and probably some of the best designed gadget cards there are. Moving on to the OGs, we have 3 of the green gadget, 2 of the green gadget, 2 of the yellow gadget, and 2 of the red gadget. You can mess with these ratios, but I feel, especially with the next card I'm going to have in here, that the 2 gives you an option to be able to see it and still have an option to search from your other gadget colors. Plus it gives you an option for the machine duplication, which you may be saying, what are you talking about? You can't machine dupe those cards? Well, yes you can, because we play a playset of Ancient Gear Gadget. Ancient Gear Gadget has a nice little effect where you can change his name to the name of another gadget. For example, if you want to bring out 2 red gadgets, you play an Ancient Gear Gadget, and then you machine duplication. After you change his name to Red Gadget, you get 2 Red Gadgets. You get 2 searches in your hands. Bada bing, bada boom. Fun thing you can also do is you can machine duplication him before you change his name. Get the other 2 Ancient Gear Gadgets, and then you can change one of their names, and then get 2 of the Red Gadgets or Yellow Gadgets. It doesn't really matter. And it has additional little protection effect for Ancient Gears. Doesn't really apply too much in here. All in all, if you see machine duplication and this guy, you're feeling pretty fine. Another weird tech that I've seen some people do, and I've tested it out a little bit and I've had some fun, is I run 2 Infinitrack Anchor Drill and 2 Infinitrack Harvester. You can argue putting more of these in here. It gives your monsters extra levels. The Anchor Drill gives you the ability to special summon. Harvester just gives you a search. Fantastic card, I think. You can definitely bump these up. Harvester is a potential machine duplication target if you want to. All around, great cards that work in most machine decks. Moving on to our spells, we have a playset of the new Boot Up Order Gear Charger. Let me read this just to double check to make sure I'm reading this right. When this card is activated, you can target up any number of Gadget monsters you control that are equipped to a monster, which will be your new Corporal. Special summon them. You can discard 1 card, then a separate effect, and add a Boot Up Admiral Destroyer Dynamo from your deck to your hand. You can only use it once per turn and such, but that's fine. There is a new trap that also equips gadgets to them. Some of the older trap cards allow you to equip gadgets to them. So this can really have some fun utility if you decide to run those, but I like this as it is as a playset in this build. Next, we've talked about it a bunch so far, so we run a playset of machine duplication. Works fantastic. You have plenty of targets in here. It's rarely dead in your hand. We like to go for overkill, so we run a playset of limit removal. This card has arguably lost its prominence in today's meta, but I like it because it gives it extra little oomph that hopefully this deck could use. And rounding up, we run a duplicate of Twin Twisters, a twin set of Twin Twisters. Ironically, it gives you some ability to dump into the graveyard to charge up your monsters to bring out your Machina Fortress, just to give you some extra graveyard presence. If you're going for your Gearspring Spirit turn 1 and you have no monsters in your graveyard, you can use it to dump a machine. All around fantastic, gets rid of back row, all sorts of fun. Moving on to our extra deck, we run 2 Platinum Gadgets. This is a newer card, I guess. It came out in Dupo and really gives a little extra oomph to the Gadget archetype. 1 Clefar Genius gives some effect removal, pretty nice. Mrs. Radiant, because a good chunk of them are Earth monsters in this deck, so you want to have a little bit of extra oomph there. 1 Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, and 1 Borolo Dragon. Obviously, you can change these for whatever you have, like a Deco Talker or a Boral Sword. It's up to you. I like it because you have plenty of options to be able to go into in this extra deck, and it's not just these links. We go over here to RXCs, run a Geargian X. Again, you can justify running more than just the one. I like it because you're not going to need to search more than once per duel in this kind of a slower build, but it's there in case you need it. 1 Heavy Train Infiltrator Iron Wolf. Another card just gives you machines a little oomph, gives you some search. 1 Baguska if you're forced to go first and you have really kind of a dead hand. Utopia and Utopia Lightning. I've always liked this in there. Any deck that can power out Rake 4s pretty quick. This is an excellent answer to most decks out there. 1 Constellar Ptolemy M7. This is nice because it works with your Harvester and any gadget. It is in fact a machine, so it will keep your Gearspring Spirit live. I didn't even know this was a machine until I was looking through my extra deck cards and was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So it's a nice little addition you can throw. You can interchange this with some other ones. There's the, whatever the camera one is, the number monster. Either way, you can interchange these however you see fit. We run 1 Aegion, the Sea Castrum. I like this card because it can banish some random cards in your opponent's extra deck, and they can bring it back and do some crazy shenanigans with this card. It's more of a fun tech more than anything. 1 Ghoulie Eyes Drum Dragon. Again, more so just a fun tech that I'd like to throw in here, but gives you a little bit of extra oomph and his machine. And rounding up our extra deck, 1 Girsu, the Orcust monster of the Evening Star. Fantastic card. If you know today's meta, you know this guy, and this deck can go into it. And that is going to wrap up my version of Gadgets. This is a deck that definitely, again, has a very large cult following for some strange reason. So some people will take this very, very personally as their build. Again, this is a lot more of a fun build. It's used to give you different options to explore, to find your own personal tech as to what to make Gadgets do well. In pulling these from the boxes, I didn't really have a difficult time. You'll find plenty of the original Gadgets, even the silver and the gold Gadget, which at one point in time had some price on them. Your only secret rare besides the trap card will be the Destroyer Dynamo. Again, didn't seem to be short printed at all. The Platinum Gadget might actually be the most expensive because it was released in Duelist Power. Either way, it's a very fun deck and it has a large ceiling of potential. So let me know in the comments down below what you do differently with yours. I'm really anxious to see. Thanks for watching this fun build and have a great day.